When you hear the name Playboy, chances are it sparks immediate recognition. For decades, it's been synonymous with beauty, allure, and that unmistakable bunny logo. But what most of us know about it barely scratches the surface. Sure, we're familiar with the stunning, often half-naked, bold imagery, those glamorous, eye-catching models gracing the covers. But behind the iconic covers are the Playmates of the Month, a title that has been worn by some of the most breathtaking and influential women in the world. Today, we're diving deeper into the legacy of these unforgettable figures. The most popular Playmate of the Month titles included Pamela Anderson. She gained fame when she was chosen as Playboy's Playmate of the Month in February 1990, subsequently making numerous appearances on the magazine's cover and setting the record for the most covers by any individual. Her role on the ABC sitcom Home Improvement, 1991 to 1997, contributed to her popularity, but it was her portrayal of C.J. Parker on the action drama Baywatch, 1992 to 1997, that solidified her reputation as a sex symbol on an international scale. Holly Madison. She is best known as a former girlfriend of Playboy and for her role in the reality TV show The Girls Next Door. Additionally, she starred in her own reality series, Holly's World, which aired from 2009 to 2011. Sandra Theodore. She was featured as Playboy magazine's Playmate of the Month in the July 1977 issue, with her centerfold photographed by Ken Marcus. Notably, her pictorial was the first to include the data sheets that Playmates had been completing since 1959. Barbie Benton, now 74. Benton was only 18 when she met 42-year-old Playboy on the set of his TV show, Playboy After Dark. They began dating in 1976, and she graced the cover of 4 Playboy magazines. During the 1970s, they moved into the Playboy Mansion together. Mickey Garcia and many other women who were close to Playboy founder share their experiences at the famous mansion. The Playboy Mansion, known for its glamorous parties hosted by founder alongside his girlfriends. While it appeared to be a venue of constant fun and excitement, Playmates like Holly Madison and Sandra Theodore alleged that troubling incidents occurred out of sight. Holly Madison, who was in a relationship with founder from 2001 to 2008, now reflects that the Playboy Mansion had a cult-like environment. She explains that residents were often manipulated into seeing the founder as a genuinely good person, contrary to his media portrayal. You'd start to believe he's not what the media says, he's actually a nice guy. Madison now thinks she suffered from Stockholm Syndrome during her time at the mansion, describing it as being trapped in a cycle of gross things without knowing how to escape. Madison isn't alone in sharing her experiences. Fellow Playmates like Sandra Theodore and Mickey Garcia, among others, are also revealing the hidden truths of the mansion, claiming that the founder was not the man he appeared to be in the public eye. To reveal the face behind Playboy, let's deep dive and find out the darkest secrets ever revealed. The man behind Playboy was Hugh Hefner. He was born on April 9, 1926 and lived until September 27, 2017, was an American magazine publisher. He was the founder and editor-in-chief of Playboy magazine, a publication with revealing photographs and articles. Hefner extended the Playboy brand into a world network of Playboy clubs. He also resided in luxury mansions where Playboy Playmates shared his wild partying life, fueling media interest. Hefner used to blackmail most of the women who lived in the house. Bunny mother P.J. Maston claims that Hugh Hefner kept sex tapes of women as collateral. His former girlfriend, Sandra Theodore, supports this by stating, he had tapes on everyone. Stefan Tettenbaum, Hefner's former security guard, asserts that surveillance extended beyond sexual matters, explaining that microphones and cameras were installed everywhere, and staff had to be cautious, knowing they were constantly monitored. Mickey Garcia and Theodore reveal that Hefner instructed his executive secretary, Mary O'Connor, to destroy all sex tapes upon his death. Former executive assistant Lisa Loving Barrett adds that she was informed the tapes were placed in a barrel and discarded at sea. There was so much happening inside the Playboy Mansion unknown to outside world. One of Hugh Hefner's girlfriends, Holly Madison, now believes she didn't truly love Hugh Hefner. Although she once expressed a desire to marry him and have children with him, she reflects, "I think I thought I was in love with Hef, but it was more like Stockholm Syndrome." Madison also acknowledges that she initially believed others disliked her out of jealousy, but later came to realize that Hef always pitted his main girlfriend against the other women. Sandra Theodore agrees, suggesting Hefner did this on purpose, reasoning that if everyone feels a bit insecure, he can get his way. Holly Madison claims the women at the Playboy Mansion were pressured into getting plastic surgery. She explains that Hefner expected them to maintain a specific appearance, saying plastic surgery among the girlfriends was compulsive, with almost everyone doing it. Many people assert that Hefner would tell the women they weren't photogenic enough and would then cover the cost of their surgeries. Madison later defied Hefner by cutting her hair, which, according to both her and Bridget Marquardt, upset him greatly. Playboy bunnies were often targeted by club members, according to former security guard Jim Ellis and bunny mother PJ Maston. They claim that women working at Playboy clubs were vulnerable to being drugged and assaulted by male patrons. One notable incident in 1978 involved 6 Playboy bunnies who were kidnapped, drugged, and raped while held captive in New Jersey, as reported by the New York Times. Maston estimates that 40 to 50 women were assaulted, but they were forbidden from reporting these crimes to the police or seeking medical help. She also revealed that she was part of a cleanup crew responsible for keeping these assaults out of the public eye. Bobby Arnstein and Adrienne Pollock were accused of trafficking drugs on behalf of Hugh Hefner. The DEA and FBI suspected widespread drug use at the Playboy Mansion and focused their investigation on Hefner's secretary, Bobby Arnstein. When she was arrested, authorities found cocaine in her purse and pressured her to incriminate Hefner. After playmate Adrienne Pollock died from a drug overdose, her case was reopened amid rumors that both she and Arnstein were involved in supplying drugs to the Playboy bunnies. Hefner denied the allegations, calling the FBI's actions a witch hunt, according to the New York Times. Arnstein tragically took her own life in January 1975, and the investigation stalled. Hefner's ex-girlfriend Sandra Theodore later claimed she acted as a drug mule for Hefner. That's not all. There are more of dirtiest things have been discovered by the women who worked for Hugh Hefner. According to Sandra Theodore, Hugh Hefner's sexual desires were constantly evolving, and he always sought something naughtier, even recalling an incident where she caught him engaging in sexual activity with their dog. "I couldn't believe what I was seeing," she said, and after that, she never left the dog alone with him. PJ Maston also alleges that Hefner forced porn star Linda Lovelace to perform oral sex on a German Shepherd, an incident that Theodore witnessed as well. Theodore ended her relationship with Hefner shortly after, but remains deeply traumatized by what she saw. Holly Madison recalls that many women felt pressured to sleep with Hugh Hefner if they wanted to be selected as Playmate of the Year. Hugh Hefner allegedly pimped Playboy bunnies to VIPs who drugged them, a practice Mickey Garcia later testified about before Congress. Playboy model Donna Spear claims it was common for women to be hired to entertain wealthy guests at events, stating, "It felt like they were pimping women out." Former Playmate Christy Tom echoed this, saying it made them feel like prostitutes. In 1985, Garcia testified before the U.S. Commission on Pornography, claiming that more than one Playmate was involved in an international call-girl ring, according to the Chicago Tribune. Garcia alleges that women were coerced into terrible things by Hefner and other Playboy staff who trapped the models with unfair contracts. Holly Madison, Paige Young, and others allege that Hugh Hefner was aware of assaults against Playmates. PJ Maston shares that when she reported an assault to her boss, she was told not to inform Hefner or risk losing her job. Hugh Hefner had a romantic relationship with Dr. Mark Saganor. Jennifer Saganor, the doctor's daughter, reveals that Hefner was in love with his personal doctor. She realized their bond was much deeper than just friendship, adding, "She believed her father was the love of Hef's life." Sandra Theodore also claims that Hefner and Saganor were lovers. Jennifer Saganor claims that there were shadow mansions, modeled after the Playboy Mansion, where women were drugged and assaulted. Despite Hefner settling down with his wife, Kimberly Conrad, these smaller mansions continued to operate. Saginaw alleges that men would lure aspiring models with fake photo shoots, promising them potential contracts. Nude photos and videos taken of the women were reportedly used to blackmail them into having sex with guests. On September 27, 2017, Hugh Hefner passes away, leaving all the secrets hidden which are discovered to public now, and new management and ownership of Playboy has taken over since then. Playboy also highlighted its commitment to sex positivity, safety, and accountability, noting that its current workforce is more than 80% female, and continue evolving to drive positive change for employees and communities.